Well, Steadfast are a very green firm in their own right. They're a brokerage firm, so the actual environmental issues associated with the kind of footprint of their offices is not great, but nevertheless they're doing good things. The main thing that they're doing is they're performing this role of catalysing the insurance sector to do more when it comes to considering climate risk and environmental risk, which is why I'm working with them. Well, my Kilimanjaro trip is part of a project called 250, which involves climbing all the mountains of the equator that have a remnant glacier. These are melting rapidly due to climate change, so my project involves climbing them and documenting the decline visually with footage to show what's happening. And Steadfast are involved in that expedition in that they're sending a guy called Rockett. He's from the UK, lives here in Sydney, works here in Sydney, and runs a charity called KidsXpress, which is a wonderful charity for traumatised kids. And it's testament to Steadfast that they're supporting him to come along rather than one of their own staff members, because they see him as someone who has a great message to put across. So it's going to be good fun to have him along.
I love the way Tim thinks, and Tim and I have shared some thoughts around what he does within his field and what I'm doing within mine. And although they're very different, we're both identifying future problems, things that we anticipate happening, and questioning what can we do about that today, and then trying to profile those issues and then make sure that we put into place the things that we need to do today to prevent those problems from happening further down the track.
I mean, Steadfast are great, and they do set a very good example, because at the end of the day they're a brokerage firm, so they're not the ones actually in control of the insurance policies. But as I say, they deal with 28% of the market in Australia and New Zealand. That's a huge chunk of the market, and they insure everyone from sports clubs to other small businesses, marinas, banks, hotels, schools. And you know, these little small organisations make up a tremendous amount of Australia and New Zealand's carbon footprint. So it's great to be having this conversation around what those organisations can do to make more of a contribution to doing something about climate change. But at the end of the day, you know, Steadfast are really helping move the whole dialogue forward in the insurance sector more generally, because as I say, they're not the insurers, they're the brokers. So setting a great example.